I was worried. My wife, Bonita, usually likes to spend time with me. We used to go out dancing with friends every weekend, but I noticed a change in her behavior. It's like she's distracted or can't concentrate when I try to talk to her. On top of that, she's been struggling with moments of memory loss. She's been in a depressed mood these past few weeks, and when I ask if she wants to go out, she says she's lost interest in doing things. I've noticed she's lost appetite as well. I wasn't sure what was going on, and I thought I may have done something to upset her.
I'm always feeling guilty, and I told him it wasn't his fault. I have no energy anymore. I wasn't feeling like myself.
Bonita struggled with depression in the past, and I recognized this change in her behavior as a possible symptom. I encouraged her to get some help, and she agreed to make an appointment with her old therapist as long as I would go with her. It was then we realized Bonita was having a new episode of MDD and needed to get back on her treatment routine.
Major depressive disorder, or MDD, may affect a person's life in many different ways. For example, if someone withdraws socially because of MDD, there are negative things that can happen. Oftentimes, there are higher chances of marital problems, decreased work performance, unemployment, and disability. Isolation may predict decreased effectiveness of antidepressants and psychotherapy, and there can be an increased sensitivity to feeling rejected. Loved ones and caretakers should be aware of the symptoms of MDD.
But there are some important things you can do if you notice a loved one withdrawing socially. Encourage treatment. Let your loved one know that you want to help them through this, and you'll be with them every step of the way. MDD is a medical condition. It's not their fault, and people need professional help to overcome this illness. Recognize the symptoms. Knowing specific triggers and educating yourself on all the symptoms of depression is important. Just be there. It's important to stay positive and encourage your loved one. Listen to their concerns and try making plans to do things together so that they can remember what it feels like to do activities they used to enjoy. But don't force them into anything they don't want to do. It is important to support and encourage them.
I have a wonderful husband, and I've come a long way thanks to the treatment my doctor has provided and his support. It's nice being around my friends again. I'm sleeping better and I've been more focused at work.
I'm really thankful for Bonita's therapist. I know what signs and symptoms to look for so I can help her get treatment when she needs it. I'm excited. We've started going out dancing again. I've seen a real change in Bonita, and I'm hopeful she'll keep getting better.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm Miss Wahida, SGU Psychology Intern. Today, I will talk about what is social withdrawal, the factors, and how to cope with social withdrawal. First, what is social withdrawal? Avoiding people and activities that one would normally enjoy is referred to as social withdrawal. For some people, this can lead to social isolation, where they may want to avoid contact with family and close friends and spend most of their time alone. They may prefer to be alone because they find it exhausting or upsetting to be around other people. Sometimes, a vicious cycle develops in which the more time spent alone, the less one feels understood by others. And the less they feel understood by others, the more time they want to spend alone. Social withdrawal and social isolation can make it difficult to enjoy or get through the day's activities. Loneliness, relationship problems, alcohol and drug problems, and difficulty sleeping are some of the consequences of isolation. Social withdrawal or isolation, if unchecked, can lead to or be associated with depression. Such behavior can also have a negative impact on those they care about. As an example, while transitioning from military to civilian life or during other major life changes, some veterans exhibit signs of social withdrawal or social isolation. Other veterans and service members may have avoided other people and activities for a long time and may have grown apprehensive about being around other people in general. People who have been through traumatic events, whether or not as a result of military service, may withdraw or isolate themselves. Social withdrawal should not be confused with taking some alone time. Time spent alone can be beneficial for reflection, self-care, or self-maintenance. This is distinct from a longer period of social withdrawal and isolation, which can have negative consequences. For example, at certain stages of development, social withdrawal can have an impact on the development of interpersonal skills, perspective taking, problem solving, and teaching individuals mutual respect. When a person withdraws significantly from social interaction, their overall health, well-being, and daily functioning can suffer. Isolation, loneliness, stress, relational conflict, low energy, and even suicidal thoughts can result from doing so. Avoidance of social events or interactions, declining to engage with others when in a social setting, isolating from an already established support system, or not participating in social or community activities are all symptoms of social withdrawal. When someone withdraws socially, they become socially isolated. There are many theories on what contributes to social withdrawal. Research suggests that withdrawal is associated with mental health conditions such as anxiety disorder, depressive mood disorder, personality disorders, schizophrenia, child and adolescent autism spectrum disorder. Social withdrawal can be a symptom as well as a cause of anxiety. Social withdrawal can also be a symptom of an anxiety disorder. Some people develop social withdrawal as a result of other anxiety symptoms. Other people's anxiety is exacerbated because they consistently avoid social situations. Others experience severe social anxiety from the start, which reinforce their tendency to withdraw. Other factors that can lead to social withdrawal are anger, shame, sadness, vulnerability, low self-esteem, perceived isolation, relationship issues, and fear of rejection. A person's preference or temperament, environment, and familial dynamics are all potential factors. Connection is a necessary component of the human experience. We crave connection and are hardwired to be social in many ways. At the same time, people may benefit from some alone time to rest, reflect, and recharge. This is distinct from what withdrawing from your support system and purposefully avoiding opportunities to interact with others. When a person eliminates opportunities for socialization, they may be suffering from social withdrawal. Learning to socialize and form relationships with others is an important part of development. When we choose not to connect or limit our opportunities for connection, it can cause problems with our emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Social connection is essential for people of all ages. We are hardwired to rely on one another for help. When we don't have the connection we require, we become sadder, sicker, and more at risk of early death. This lack of connection is more common than many people realize. Social isolation can have a negative impact on nearly every aspect of mental health. According to research, feelings of isolation can be linked to difficulty in paying attention and doing complex tasks, less restful sleep, and decreased ability to regulate eating. The effects of social withdrawal affect people of all ages. If you are lonely as a preteen or teenager, you are more likely to struggle with depression as an adult. Older adults are emotionally and cognitively vulnerable. Social isolation can increase the risk of dementia by up to 40%. As children develop and learn more about themselves, they may become more elusive or reclusive. This is to some extent normal as they explore their identities. However, if you notice a child avoiding school, being depressed, having difficulty establishing friendships, or engaging socially, this may be signs of something else going on. Children may withdraw for many reasons. It may be a manifestation of anxiety or depression, bullying, social pressure, shyness, and feeling misunderstood. When children and adolescents become overly withdrawn, it can lead to feelings of loneliness, disconnection, self-harming behaviors, eating disorders, and thought of suicide. It is important to talk to your kids about their social connections and how they are struggling. Socialization is essential for the development of children and adolescents. It teaches them how to establish support systems and improve their cognitive and social skills, which they will need throughout their life. Everyone's experience with social withdrawal is different, and what works for you may not work for someone else. Keeping a journal and writing about your social experiences may be beneficial. A therapist can also be a valuable resource, assisting you in working through feelings of withdrawal and toward a more connected lifestyle. It is critical to recognize when you are experiencing social withdrawal. The first step in developing healthy coping mechanisms is to notice. To deal with social withdrawal, first, try to reconnect with interests. If you find yourself with more time on your hands, consider what solo hobbies you used to enjoy or have always wanted to try. Pursuing a new hobby can help to divert your attention and provide you with something positive to think about. Other than that, practicing your self-care and self-compassion. It is important to counteract the stress responses that accompany social withdrawal. Stress can affect your breathing, blood pressure, muscles, and other organs. Take the time to unwind in whatever way works best for you, whether it is a warm bath and soothing music or a meditation program. Maintain physical activity by participating in exercises, such as walking or working out. Adults should aim for at least 150 minutes of heart breathing activity per week. And finally, choose the right living situation. Living alone does not guarantee loneliness, and living with others does not guarantee connection. It is important to figure a living situation that allows you to maintain a healthy balance of connection and independence. Co-housing, which allows people to have their own private spaces as well as shared community areas where they can connect and spend time together, may help you find that balance. According to research, this model can reduce feelings of isolation and improve mental well-being. A person who is socially withdrawn avoids encounters and interactions with others. People may choose not to connect with others for a variety of reasons, including anxiety, fear, shame, vulnerability, potential rejection, and others. It could be a symptom of an underlying mental health problem. Social withdrawal can have a negative impact on a person's ability to form relationships with others, as well as their sense of self and mental well-being. As a result, it is critical to seek help if you notice yourself withdrawing or if you notice your child or another loved one withdrawing. Taking time for yourself to rest, reflect, and recharge is not the same as being withdrawn, despite the fact that it can be a solitary act. If you are withdrawing from your support system, having difficulty connecting with others, avoiding interaction with others, or experiencing increased loneliness, anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts, it is time to seek professional help. Having a safe place to talk about what's going on can help you identify underlying issues that are contributing to social issues, as well as how to start re-engaging. That's all from me today. Thank you.